Kohalayim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Give a double honors to the elders apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the whole full life. My name is Lamadia from the New York camp, and this video is going to be entitled "Give the Nigga Woman a Hand." So now I was watching this video. The name of our channel is, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, Viva TV. Now, her content is usually based off, women, or mostly black women. How she pretty much gets on other women and how they out of order and the reason why they single. So that's what mostly her content is about. So I was watching this video entitled "Black Women Are the Least Married Because of This." So I'm gonna play it.
Of a group of white girls who are sitting at their graduation engaged, and the question came up, well, why is that not the reality for black women? I know y'all not gonna like what I gotta say, but you know me, I'm gonna say it anyways. First and foremost, black women are above reproach. If it don't validate us or excuse our bad behavior, we don't want to hear. Instead, we'll say, well, men do it too. Secondly, we'll find every excuse in the world to validate why we don't want to be married or why we don't want to be in a relationship. Well, they get cheated on. Well, they do this. Well, they do that. But then we have all these standards for men, and we're still actively seeking for men in the midst of our hurt while inadvertently telling them to go to therapy. We do not practice what we preach. Thirdly, the independent woman is a myth. Actually cared about being independent and it was something that made you happy, you would not have all these standards to negate your independence. Nobody wants to relinquish power. You'll find every excuse in the world to not be submissive and wonder why white women can get away with their bad behavior. We take everything bad from white women, except for the fact using marriage to our own benefit. But you'll run to the child support office though. Get equality against men, and the only time we actually want to be equal to men is when it comes to degenerate behavior, hypersexuality, abusing or abandoning children. Even when it comes to the gold digger conversation, what you don't see those other women do, even when they are just screwing men for money, is bashing men, inadvertently making men feel like they're not important. Also too, telling them that they don't need men. Psychologically, we have been taught to disassociate ourselves, and even in that Malcolm X quote where he says the black woman is the most disrespected, he also says to be near your man. Because who taught you to hate the very race that you're supposed to be with?
Listen, can we just give this woman a round of applause? This woman
Give the nigga woman a hand.
All the way down Shahrazad Ali style. Okay, she really went there. And
so there you go. Salakia. So there you go. So this black woman pretty much she broke it down, and everything she said was correct. And this is the reason why the black woman is the least desirable to be with, because everything she stated above. Now, if this doesn't apply to you, then it doesn't apply to you. If you get offended about this, that means, look, you may have some of these traits that you need to change. Because one of the main reasons why the Lord is going to destroy this place, because everything is out of order. And when Yahweh shall return, he's coming back to set things back in order, back in correct structure. Because Esau had turned everything upside down. So we coming back to bring the Yahweh Shah is coming back to bring back equity on this earth, righteousness back on this earth. And what falls under this equity and this and order and structure is women. Salakia is women learning their place again, knowing their role in this world, because this world pushes this narrative that overly validate women. Well, that's not how the Most High created things. So now let's do this. I'm not gonna make this long. I want to start with Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, also known as Sirach. So chapter 26, verse 24 on down. A dishonest woman contendeth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. So part of a woman's righteousness is reverencing her husband. If you were a man and you disrespected, if you disrespecting that man, you're not a righteous woman. That's really wickedness. You can't disrespect your man, your husband, and call yourself righteous at the same time. That's not how that works. Okay, so verse 25. A shameless woman should be counted as a dog. And the word bitch really means a female dog. But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Because a woman's supposed to be shamefaced. And I would say this too. The reason why you get a lot of back talk, a lot of women jumping in men's face, looking at men, and they are challenging men being out of order, because there's no fucking fear. And the Lord's going to create a setting of circumstance where, guess what? The cops not going to be there to... The Lord's going to create a setting where the cops not going to be there to protect you. And you try that shit at that time, off with your head. Men out here going to be running loose. That's the time we approaching. But a woman that respects a man, well, really, a man of the Lord, because there are women that the Lord is going to set up to be with the righteous men of the Lord. And if the Lord sets you up to be with a man of the Lord, you better cherish that. Because if you don't, the Lord can have you. Look, that's it. You look. The scripture speaks about, remember Lot's wife, and you're gonna find yourself on the wrong side of history, just like Lot's wife was on the wrong side of history, for disobeying order, for disobeying structure. Now, verse 26: a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride should be counted ungodly of all. So the Lord see that as an ungodly act, dishonoring your husband. Verse 27: a loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies. And then these black women are known for being loud and obnoxious. Now let's go to 1 Timothy, the 5th chapter, beginning at 12. I'm not going to make this too long. So it says, having damnation because they have cast off their first faith. They're talking about women. And it says, and withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house. And you see that today. They constantly outside, going to house. They in this man's house, another man's house. And withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house. And not only idle, but tattlers also, and also busybodies. Like tattling and being a busybody as going into gossiping. Talking about this person's life, or this person doing this. So it says, speaking things with the out to not, revealing people's secrets. And that's what they do. You know, you grew up as a kid, your mother was always on the phone, doing what? Gossiping. And it says, I would therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. And that's what they do. All the stuff they do, they bring shame to the family. Verse 15, for some are already turned aside after Satan. And that was back then. You only can imagine now. See, this was talking about Israelite women back then, but now it's big. This is a big thing among the black woman. But I'm going to end it with that, and I'm going to say, call Lion Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Kodash, Shalom.